What's up everyone? Hope you're all well. Yiller here, and today I'm going to be giving you a full and complete guide for the level Slime Climb. Yesterday, I was hanging out in the official Discord, and I was surprised to see how many people were struggling with the new Slime Climb. I knew people had issues with the hammer, but either way, it made me decide to do a full guide covering every single part of Slime Climb, all the shortcuts you should be using, as well as the changes that happened and how they affect the overall strategy of Slime Climb going forward. Before we get into it, if you enjoyed the video today or learn anything, please toss it a like. And if you're new here and want to see more detailed Fall Guys guides, hit that subscribe button. These videos take around 6 to 8 hours to make, and it really helps the channel out. Also, I did decide to make an outro, so I'd really appreciate you guys letting me know what you think of it in the comments below on if I should keep it or not. Alright, so on to the guide. Let's start off with the first portion of Slime Climb. For those who don't know, these pillars are no longer on a set speed. So if you start in the front, before you could take this first trampoline and skip this part entirely if you were fast enough. That isn't always the case now. Because of this, I only try and use the trampoline if I'm at the very front left to the very front center. Otherwise, you should be using the shortcut that I'm showing you here 100% of the time. There isn't any danger and you shouldn't ever fall off. After you make this, you just want to take your time and make your way past the pillars. From here, you're either going to have rolling balls or logs. If it's the balls, just stay inside the pathway as shown in the clip, and if it's the logs, you just want to go ahead and jump over them. Once you're clear of those obstacles, you come to the first real challenge of the level, the purple pillars. Now, the best rule of thumb for these pillars is to only jump to the next one when it starts to retract. By doing this, you have almost no chance of getting pushed off, and plenty of time to recover if somehow you hit someone in the air and they knock you over. So, how do we approach these? I personally prefer to always take the shortcut I'm showing you here, and I recommend you do the same. This allows you to bypass the herd of people that you can get caught in by going all the way around, or if you're sitting in the small gap in between the first jump. You simply do a run towards the side of the platform and jump dive. Now, you do need to be sure the pillar is retracting when you do this, and if the pillar is coming towards the edge as you approach, you can either wait for it to start retracting again, or you can just go ahead and make your way around like I'm showing you here, which is normal. Once you're on top of the first platform, just follow the first rule of thumb we talked about. Wait until the second pillar starts to retract, and then make your jump. The second pillar does move faster than the first one, so even if it looks like they're going to hit at the same time, you should be able to time it to where you can just jump from the first pillar as it's about to push you off, and then dive to the next platform when it starts to retract. From here, you get to the conveyor belt flooring. Now, I always use this shortcut I'm about to show you where I jump on the side, but the downside of this is you're walking on the very edge of the platform. So if you don't feel comfortable running along such a short space, just take the normal way around. This only saves you a small bit of time. Now, there are two small things you can do here to save some extra time as well. The first being to jump forward, which is only slightly faster than just walking, and the other is to let the donut pillars push you forward. Again, neither are necessary, but they do shave just a little bit of time off the run. The next shortcut I use is to jump right here, so I avoid the final 2 sets of donuts on the conveyor belt. The only time you may want to avoid this shortcut is if there are multiple people trying to use it. When that happens, sometimes it can be harder to get up, and it's just better to walk around the normal way. From here, we move on to the yellow balance beams. I've talked a lot about these in previous videos, but if you're struggling to balance here, the best thing you can do is use your grab button in the air after you jump when you're jumping to the second beam. This will slow you down, however, you do have a much better balance upon landing, and you shouldn't fall off unless you just made a poor jump. If someone is griefing there, which I really don't see as much since the patch, just jump at them and grab them. Or, if you don't feel comfortable doing that, you can try and be patient and hope they leave. The next shortcut I used to take all the time. However, with updates, the hammers can now spin any direction and either go fast or slow. So really, it's a shortcut I'm no longer going to use. I'm trying to break the habit of using it. But the hammer you jump to here can now knock you off if it's going fast and you get hit. So really, I just recommend walking around like normal. Now, once you get to the hammers, you have 2 shortcuts that are possible. The first is the old speedrunner shortcut, which is you jump on the hammer, shown here, and then jump dive between the 2 pillars. The problem with this shortcut now is, again, the hammers can either go different speeds or different directions. So to do this, the hammer needs to be spinning counterclockwise and slow. If it's going fast either direction, you just get flung off when you jump on, and if it's spinning the opposite direction, it just doesn't work. So really, because of this, I just always recommend using the shortcut I'm about to show you here. This is a very safe spot to jump dive, and with a little practice, it's very easy to hit it 100% of the time. Once you're up here, just take your time moving between the pillars, and the only concern you should have is if another player is in the same small space with you, as this is the easiest part of the level to grief someone by grabbing them and making them fall off. Now, we're almost done. The final set of donut beams can be completely avoided by walking to the left as shown here. You do need to be completely on the side so you don't get hit, but this is something that I use every time. If you don't feel comfortable doing this, just take your time moving between the donuts, and that should also get you to the final portion, no problem. Now, once you have reached the final obstacle, there's one of three things that can happen here now. You can get the regular swinging pendulum balls, you can get the hammers, or you can get the donut beams. So let's start with the pendulum balls, since that's what it was in the old patch. You used to just be able to stay to the far left or right, walk under them, and have no issue getting across. As you can see, the first time I tried that in the new patch, I got knocked off and eliminated. So just take your time and you should have no issue here. The next is the donuts. The best advice I have here is to take your time and stay to one side, either the far right or the far left. The reason for this is simple. The beam moves back and forth. So if you're walking in the middle, you literally have half as much time to move between the donuts as you would if you're walking on the far side of the platform. The final donut does move very fast as well, and I've seen a ton of people get eliminated here simply because they were walking in the middle. You only have about 2 seconds to move past it when you're centered, so again, stay to the edge and that'll double the amount of time that you have to move past it. And finally, the hammers. I talked about these in my Big Yeetus guide, but these will either always favor the right or left, meaning you just need to figure out what side the hammer is on and walk the other direction as shown here. This is by far the part that I see most people get eliminated on, but if you simply move left to right, you should have no issues and you'll qualify no problem. So that's going to be it for the new Slime Climb guide. I tried to cover every portion of Slime Climb in case you all are struggling with any part, but if you feel I missed something, let me know. I'm still fairly new to this, and I'm always trying to improve my guides, so like I said before, I did make an outro. Let me know what you guys think of it in the comments below, and I really appreciate you all watching my videos. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video and learned something. If you did, please toss it a like, consider subscribing, and you all enjoy your day. I'll see you next time.